How often do you let yourself be hurt so you expand from that contracted state? How often do you think others do the same for you? Why do we allow a child, for example, to take their first steps unassisted, knowing they may fall? Why do we put them in a deep end of a pool with us, sometimes in a state of discomfort and fear, so they may learn to tread water on their own? How does a child come to recognize that a hot stove is often paired with pain and injury? These are all circumstances where we have come to understand that discomfort and pain lead to growth, not only for children but our own consciousness. Some call it experience, others wisdom, but ultimately it's an understanding that growth is often preceded by experiences we may perceive as painful and uncomfortable. Now, what's common with all of these situations above is that there is support when needed. When the child is walking towards a dangerous area, we cushion its fall or create detours. When a child suffers from fatigue in the water, we will assist their buoyancy. When a child repeatedly approaches a hot stove, we allow them to get close, just close enough so they don't get burned. We place them in situations where there is a potential of injury, but it is controlled and managed by those with the experience to funnel them into growth rather than fear. This is what we often do for those we love. With every contraction within a consciousness, there is inevitably an expansion. But that expansion comes from the same source of wisdom that created the contraction. That's just expressed in a different way. Out of the contraction of a perceived pain comes an expansion of perceived beauty, strength, resilience, joy, because you are a master of energy. You will never commit to any experience within your field of being without it serving you. Otherwise, you wouldn't experience it at all. So, although it may seem like it doesn't serve, it absolutely does in ways we may not have imagined at this moment, because imagination comes from the known. But what is you is largely unknown, because if you knew it, the game would be over, and you will shed this physical vessel instantly when you become aware of it. So we don't go there until it's time. We continue to play the game instead. And in this game, what serves you and anybody around you is not something we can state with any certainty, because we play the game in such a brilliantly woven patterned consciousness, which creates a density that seems so real. It's fun, so we play masterfully, never admitting we are masters. But as long as you are willing to expand your consciousness, you will always experience a contraction, and vice versa. Sometimes the experiences may manifest themselves as pain, which is still you. What serves you is exactly what you are doing right now. So you keep doing it, and you will keep doing it until it no longer serves the consciousness which you are embracing, the consciousness to which you are attached, because you are always attached to something within the physical realm, within the physical concept of what is a human being. If you weren't attached, you would not be here, and you would shed the physical body. If you want to let go of something, it comes with an acknowledgement that what we want to let go of also requires that we hang on to it. That is the duality construct of our reality. What we resist persists because of the emphasis we place on countering a consciousness within us. We can strive to embrace peace rather than be against struggle. We can be active without being resistant. In that place, we discover that being better than we are is an illusion and a perspective of our reality which we create. It's a game by our own design, and we play it beautifully. So all pain is perception. We all want to be more comfortable, not less comfortable. The comfort comes from the perception of what comfort is. You seek discomfort because you enjoy the contrast it brings you in comfort. It's a pattern of consciousness that brings you exactly what you want. That's your teacher, and you called upon it to give you a little poke. And you could take that poke as a tickle or as a vicious punch. You decide. You are the only one who can. and will.